worldwide, I'm thinking 1.1.
Okay, we're gonna do a discussion on our thoughts on the first episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oh,
I loved it. What does everybody get? Everybody does not.
Here's the thing. First of
Everybody
all,
does not like Phantom Menace. I like the title. Should we put episode 1?
The Phantom Menace was the most heavily anticipated movie of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. The first Star Wars movie after 16 years.
Yes.
So, unless it was the second coming of Christ, it was going to be a failure.
Correct.
Basically, that's the best way you could put it.
What was your negativities on Phantom Menace?
What was my... It's still Star Wars, and it still had its moments, but yeah, they pushed Jar Jar Binks to the point over, and it got, if he was just a side character...
He was!
But
I loved him. He's cool.
Did it ruin the movie? No.
No.
But it was a little bit too much. It had some extremely good things. Darth Maul is still probably the most, what they call the badass person character in the Star Wars universe. It has the best lightsaber duel of any Star Wars movie. It has one of the best.
I know you're gonna kill me, but I think I found Jar Jar Binks more interesting than Darth Maul. I'm not talking the dark side and good side. I'm talking about character. I thought Jar Jar Binks was more interesting.
Liam Neeson's Qui-Gon was really good.
Dull. I found him dull.
Ewan McGregor is a great Obi-Wan, but he didn't get to do anything.
He was fantastic as Obi-Wan. Fantastic.
I like to start the scenes how they had Palpatine in the beginning as a senator.
Yes.
I mean, it's more or less what they should have done. This is what I.
What did you think of everybody that did not like the movie?
People thought, again, what goes back to what I said. People wanted it to be the second coming of Christ, the most important thing ever. That's why you got Star Wars fans out there that are saying that.
Nobody like me didn't like the title of it. Phantom Menace. It's been called Episode 1. Like my poster says.
Palpatine was the Phantom Menace.
There was a lot of different Phantom Menace.
What they should have did, and this is I think that of the prequels,
I probably would have called it Return of the Sith.
I would have had that and Attack of the Clones as one movie and cut some of that out. That should have been like the first.
The only thing, the sole thing I did not like about Attack of the Clones, and it's one of the very few things me and Joanne have a difference on, is romantic matter. They had to have it for Padme and Anakin to make Luke and Leia. Fine, but I'm not a romantic big interest whatsoever. That's the only thing I didn't like about the movie.
You are a romantic son of a bitch, so stop it.
Okay. That's a stupid difference. It's me and there are a few differences. I don't like romantic matters whatsoever. That's a sole thing I didn't like about Attack of the Clones.
How'd you create a stunt like that?
My one.
I know it was needed.
My one issue, as I said with Phantom Menace, was I thought it was Star Wars for 10-year-olds. I think it was geared towards little kids. And that was my biggest problem. It wasn't for...
It was mixed. There was parts of it that were kind of darkish, but then there were parts that were like the whole thing when, what's his name, Jar Jar was at the pod race, and his tongue hits the
I liked it.
And he's going
it was funny.
It was stupid. That was stupid.
I found it funny.
Now, the pod race was pretty cool.
He and I are definitely Siskel and Ebert.
The pod race was good. The pod race was fun. And
it was fantastic. That's the best part of the whole movie.
That was really neat.
Everybody, that is the best part of the movie. The pod race.
I would so disagree with you. I mean, it was a good part of the movie, but no,
the best part was
saber fight.
The best part was the three-way. When they did that, it wasn't a good.
What I found a ruining moment.
But the three-way saber fight, I'm going.
What I found in the three-way fight, you know what I found ruining is when Darth Maul he jaw bumps, he uppercuts Qui-Gon. Yeah. That what? He's a master, Jedi master, right? And he uppercuts him. That's how you knock him down. That's I found. What the?
Because it's not something you're expecting.
It was a dull defeat. It was a dull defeat.
It was, it still was Star Wars. It's just the fact is that you could have debates for hours about Star Wars. There are people who grew up on the originals, like me, that are so into them they think like there's nothing else and that there's nothing besides. There's a lot of people that even just say there's only the first A New Hope and Empire and that's it.
Right.
There's people who even discount Jedi and they say there's nothing else. I mean,
do you remember Dad? Remember when Dad he called what he? Do you remember what Dad called Darth Vader?
What?
Dark with a K. Dark Vader.
Oh,
and if you watch these YouTube videos of parents now, modern, the parents showing their YouTube videos of when Darth Vader reveals, "I'm your father" to Luke, and the kids are shocked at it. And then when you first look at Darth Vader, what's the first thing that comes near? And he says, "I'm your father." How do you father somebody? He's a machine. Nobody realized he's a person inside a suit.
I want to know how the Emperor had sex. That's what I want to know.
Thank you.
Again,
thank you. That's what I attack.
Again,
that's what I attack.
That's not what his pants on.
That's what ruined. That's what. What the hell?
Again, he never did.
What?
He has an
explanation for this.
As I said, this is where I actually had read the comics, and they basically explained that basically in different shows they show him doing sorcery work. So basically, he just literally created it inside.
They said
that's what he did when
in Revenge of the Sith. He said he learned to manipulate the midichlorians and create Anakin. What?
So now here's the thing: if he's technically like Anakin's father,
I know that.
That means that Rey is the aunt. Our cousin.
That makes Rey the aunt of Kylo.
This makes Star Wars ridiculous at that point.
Because that makes
that's ridiculous. That's
Rey the half
ridiculous.
brother and sister of Luke and Leia.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is a little.
Which would continue the whole weird incest angle that Star Wars had from the beginning.
Yeah, and everybody
despite all that.
Sorry.
J.J. Abrams came out. Thank you. He wanted to comment on something.
I don't want to know where did Adam learn? Where'd you all learn Star Wars?
I have a few things. But the other day, J.J. Abrams confirmed that he wanted the incestual relationship between Rey and Kylo.
He also wanted to confirm what what's his name said. The black actor.
Hey, that's right.
Finn. He said that Finn now the controversy was he going to say "I love you" to Rey or say "I'm force sensitive"?
Force sensitive.
Yeah, that's what he really was going to say. He was just.
I thought he was going to say "I love you."
No,
it was cut.
Yeah, he was going to say no. I was never going to say "I love you."
The best thing now about the Rise of Skywalker is how much the audience. Not the critics, the audience like it so much better than The Last Jedi.
I said that's what I experienced. I said especially from girls. You saw the difference in girls. It was like watching boys reacting to earlier Star Wars stuff. It was like to them that was their epic thing.
The ultimate incest argument is because when you look at Jedi, when he says it says Julie, I know. Somehow I always knew, and then revert back to the Empire saying she's kissing him.
Now,
any video can do that.
Again, yes. I have seen jealousy or anger enough where sisters have done that to their brothers just to tick off the guy that they were dating. I have seen this in real life.
So have I.
Oh yeah.
So have I.
As creepy as it is,
so have I.
It is based on something that's happened.
So have I. I know of some. But
if you want to go back to the thing is, I'm more of a positive person when it comes to movies, and I try to find the positive aspects of it. It's like I said, it's rare for me to find a movie to come out and say it sucked. Like when some people go,
of all the Star Wars movies, that was the worst?
Last Jedi was still
Last Jedi.
To me, it's so
so for this podcast, I'm gonna the Last Jedi. The one how I perfectly described it is they call it dailies. These photos array of when they're in production, and they have all the photos. Okay, we're gonna do. They have a billboard of all the photo scenes, of draw scenes, of which way we're gonna do this, and this. And all of a sudden, a billboard falls to the ground. The pictures are all over, and they picked them, scrambling to pick the picture and put them back without number order. The movie went back and forth, and so many points, there was no direction. There was no numerical or chronological direction.
I think what's funny, and I realize this now in Star Wars, is that if you're looking at people that are in their 30s and early 40s, they're actually now, or probably younger than that, they actually are now referring to the prequels as the best of the Star Wars group, as nuts as that is. Which means probably in 10 or 15 years, there's going to be a group of people that's going to refer to this trilogy as the best of the group and hate whatever comes after that.
Also, the big argument, and I think every Star Wars fan, and I'm not a Star Wars fan, every single person on this planet will agree that Hayden Christensen did not belong as the Force Ghost for the Jedi ending.
When they put him in there?
Yeah. They should have kept the old man.
I get why they did it.
They wanted a modern update crap.
They wanted to connect to the prequels.
The idea that Anakin died at that point.
Yeah. The problem with that idea of using a younger Anakin is technically you didn't do the same thing with the new movie because you kept Luke and Leia at the old age at the end.
Also,
it
now,
creates a connectivity.
Well, no, Leia looked a little bit younger at the end of Rise when she was the ghost.
now,
Also,
also,
CGI effects for it.
Yeah. I'm not upset with it, but I'm saying there's a connect difference between that and what they did with Anakin.
another major argument is with audio changes, and a great audio change is when they had Darth Vader say
But it
no.
could've been worse.
Darth
I
Vader
hated
say,
that.
okay, that's a positive one. When they had Darth Vader saying no, when he grabs the Emperor, throws him into the Death Star in the explosion when he killed the Emperor. Now, why couldn't they do this? When Obi-Wan confronts Vader in the Death Star, and he says you can't win Darth. Why couldn't they re-edit the audio and say it says you can't win Anakin? I know the comics are going to say that he knows that Anakin died and he's become Darth Vader.
Anakin was dead.
Right.
In a comic point of view, why couldn't they edit the audio and say you can't win Anakin?
The other
instead of
reason,
saying Darth.
He doesn't think of him as Anakin.
The other reason is that if you say Anakin, you risk, because you don't know how far away he is, you risk Luke hearing the word Anakin, and he doesn't want Luke to know that.
Well, I doubt he can hear it. I doubt he can hear it.
Because remember, he tricked them into trying to kill his own father without first telling them the fact that it was his own father.
Oh, I found it ridiculous that Obi-Wan says, "Oh, from this point of view."
Oh yeah.
That's stupid how that all turned out. There was no point of view. They know what the point of view was. You know what the writing of saying this from a certain point of view. Do you know what that's also saying? The famous line, Jack Nicholson and Few Good Men. You can't handle the truth.
Now
that's why they wrote in from that point of view.
What you have to remember is that the original trilogy had the same problem as the current trilogy in that you had different directors. They weren't all three George Lucas.
No, he just did the stories and the writing of the Empire and Jedi.
Right. But he was not the director of it, so he did not have the direction of it.
The thing is, I'm a Star Wars fan, so I can find, even in Last Jedi, the weakest of it, I still find things that I like. Wait
a minute, what did you like in Solo?
What's that?
What did you like in Solo?
In Solo?
Yeah.
It was just it was still best thing I put it was just solid and it was entertaining. Didn't feel epic.
Yeah.
It didn't feel necessarily like that, but it was still solid. It was still a fun movie.
The only problem I had is they depicted the wrong actor. He seemed too short.
It was just a very it was like a small movie. That's the best way to put it. I mean, but it still wasn't like.
Yeah, for me, Last Jedi was a schizophrenia experience where I loved all the experiences. Where it's like every 5 minutes there's something I like and then something I hated right afterwards.
I love the start of the Kylo and Rey stuff.
I loved everything that involved with Luke, Kylo, Rey, and Snoke, and I hated everything else.
The Kylo, the start when they were showing that they could see each other's stuff like that, I liked that.
Yeah, that's the whole Force bonding thing.
That was the beginning of it. I love that. I hated what they did with, I'll be the worst, I hated what they did with Luke. And that's why I loved in Rise, when he grabbed the lightsaber and he says,
because he mocked the whole thing.
A Jedi's weapon. I mean, that was so perfect.
But then again, as I said, I had no problem with Luke throwing that saber away because think of it from his perspective.
When he said, I was going to say this, when he confronts the Emperor, he throws the saber away. You failed, Your Highness.
No.
Why is he calling him that?
Again,
why is he calling Your Highness?
You're thinking Return of the Jedi. I'm thinking of Last Jedi, where Luke throws it away at the beginning of the movie, and I had no.
Oh, that was so ridiculously comedic or stupid.
It was.
Again, think of what happened the last time he held that.
No,
he got his arm chopped off.
No,
so I was want to get rid of it.
What Luke should have done is not toss him behind him like, whoa, he should.
I probably would have tossed him back to him.
Would have been more insulting is dropping right in front of him. He hands it to him and then drops it.
I understand that he was
the way he tossed it was comedic.
But he just got
so lame.
Luke was not a bitter guy.
Yeah.
Luke had that charisma, and that's what at least at the end of Last Jedi, when he did do that force projection, he was the old Luke.
Yeah.
He had a confidence. He was, had the charisma and stuff.
And then he specks the dust off. One speck of dust off his jacket. That was cool.
Where I got upset at the beginning throwaway scene was they could have gone for an even greater comic moment and they missed it. Because I would have done a callback to Return of the Jedi. I would have had Luke throw the saber away, but R2 catch it.
You could have did that.
Also, when was Kylo says throw that shoot that what do you say, shoot that man, shoot everything when you have at him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
I mean, the thing is,
That was cool.
A bad movie, but like the things they did in Last Jedi, I didn't.
It's just the editing was lousy. From a filming point, editing went everywhere.
But the problem is there's
no chronology.
The Star Wars in general is there's too much hate for this. I don't know what some people just wanted perfection. They say Disney ruined this, they did that. I mean, come on, be happy that 40 years later that they're still having a movie out there. And I said, is it perfect? No, but I was completely entertained with Rise of Skywalker from beginning to end.
It's one of the sad.
It should have been Return of Skywalker. That way, they were looking forward to Luke.
With fans or fanatics, is that unless that it's completely what they want, they hate.
And there's a point where
it goes the same way with the Marvel stuff. The same way some of the fans are with that.
Oh yeah.
That's why I want to see how now after Endgame and how these Marvel movies are going to do too, starting with Black Widow. If they're going to be,
which is going to be a prequel still, so
it's a prequel.
That's going to be their. It's just like I'm not sure which way they're going to do the prequel. I think I know, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, is it the true rumors? They're making an Obi-Wan movie.
No, it's a TV series.
TV series.
It's a
the movie was canceled and they changed it to a Disney Plus series.
Because of how bad Solo did, they canceled the movie and turned it into a TV series.
Oh, fine.
For Disney.
Again, I read up on Mandalorian. I'm not a fan of it. I don't even want to look at it. I read the description of each episode. I'm not a fan of it.
Solo still made like about between $250 and $400 million.
Solo just made back the money with about $10 million profit.
I mean, it wasn't. But when you say a movie makes like $300 some million worldwide, and you call it a failure, it's just weird.
Here's the thing: is when you see $400 million, that's not how much the studio's getting back.
No,
because if I understand the new rules right when it comes to theaters, is that the company itself, they get 70% of the first 2 weeks, and then anywhere between 30 to 50% after that.
Okay.
So
notice the way she's laying.
What Solo the company actually got was around $210 million, which just made back the budget, which was $200 million. So it only made $10 million profit.
You're talking about like real disasters is Cats.
Yeah,
Cats is a disaster because that cost a lot to make.
Yeah, Cats that's why I said they're epic, because the Cats cost I think like $115 million to make, and they only made $6 million.
If you're a true dedicated Star Wars fan,
and Richard Jules in the same boat right now.
What is the original tagline, the description of Star Wars when the trailer came out? What's the original?
Space Western.
No.
That's when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
A tagline?
Tell them.
Practically 4 words, but 3. It was actually 3 words. Three words in a letter.
I thought the original tagline was spaghetti western in space.
No, that's a critical way.
Yeah, that's another.
No, the original tag, the 3 words.
Space opera was a
No.
Wait, let me think. Cause I know I heard it. It's not.
No, wait a minute. There are 3 letters, the same letter, but 3 words.
Oh yeah, we have those PP Super 8. Oh yeah.
3 letters, but the same word.
They're 3 different words. 3 words. 3 words.
Same first letter.
Each word is with 1 letter, same letter.
Thanksgiving, we didn't see her. Down the basement.
Okay, I got Mark stumped.
I could think of different descriptions.
I know I heard of this before because I remember it sounds familiar.
It's so far back.
You could say
the original trailer.
This is when they were
you could say Super Space Saga.
Nope. I remember so far back. How I saw this, but yeah.
No, there's online the original trailers. They did show it now, so you can find it online.
It was technically pretty much the tagline of it, pretty much.
Go ahead, you can say it.
A boy, a girl, a galaxy.
Yeah,
that was the original tagline, the original description. 3 letters in each. A boy, a girl, a galaxy. The letter A.
And the irony was that the boy and the girl ended up not becoming the biggest stars of the thing.
and then Vader.
Yeah.
And everybody, and I'm curious what everybody thought of him. What was he? Nobody knew it was a person in a suit. They thought it was a machine.
See, a lot of people thought the whole series was about Anakin, but then really when it comes out, now they're saying the whole series was about Palpatine. His rise to power in the prequels, his being in power, and now his coming back.
Do you know they revealed his name in the first?
Oh, Sheev.
Yeah.
Sheev.
No, Vader.
She loves to sleep.
Obi-Wan said his name.
In what?
No, it was Empire. Empire. No, he said an Empire. He said his first name in Empire.
What?
When I first knew Anakin, he was already a great fighter pilot.
That was in
He
Jedi.
said,
That was
Jedi or Empire?
No, that was in Jedi. When after Yoda died.
Oh no,
Yeah, he came out and says, Yoda will always be with you. Why didn't you tell me? He says, and then he just starts talking about Anakin. He says, Anakin was a good friend.
Yeah.
He revealed his first name. First time ever we hear what Vader's real name was.
Do you remember when that Anakin toy came out? The Kenner figure. It was like so hard to find.
There she is there.
Remember the Star Wars figures? They were made by Kenner.
Yeah, we had a lot of original
came out
ones.
when Jedi, but it was like a special one.
The first special one they ever put out was the Emperor.
They used to have up at KB Toys. They had a bit of them. And they
the very first special one they put out was.
And now they're like, I'm so mad that I got rid of so many of them things.
The very first special one they put out by mail order was the Emperor, and I had gotten that one.
And that's not the most valuable one. I think the most valuable one they said was what?
No,
Chewbacca?
no.
Some kind of yak face.
It was some minor character was like the most valuable one.
No. There's one most valuable because it was recalled.
What's that?
Because a child died of it. Boba Fett. He had a whatever that thing was. He had a thing in the back that shot a little red plastic thing. It was like
and somebody choked on it.
A boy choked on it. He recalled it.
Do you remember though? They were cheap. They were under $1 for those figures. And now, if you have even like a
Boba Fett
one,
shooting red
there's
piece
probably
is
at
the
least
most
probably
wanted.
$50 worth or something. I had all of those. I had.
In Norristown, I had the original. I had Dad collected. He was in Star Wars too.
Old toys were
Star Wars.
great. They were great toys.
Oh, hell yeah.
G.I. Joes were fantastic toys. Transformers were fantastic toys. I like the He-Man toys. Thundercat toys.
I
had.
Dad, would buy all of them. My God.
Did you know they had? And I had the toy of it. From Clash of the Titans,
no,
the original Kraken. You remember the original Kraken?
Yeah.
But I don't remember the toys.
We know toys were put out about that.
Yep, I had the Kraken, that four-arm Kraken.
Holy cow!
That was cool.
When they hit with all the Masters Universe, we didn't know there was an Eternia playset. They didn't even matter.
But the quality
Castle.
Huh?
We had
I don't know. I think the quality of the toys were
we had
so good
Grayskull.
back then.
They had an Eternia playset.
I know. They used a harder plastic so it was more. It could last longer.
Like the G.I. Joe.
But it also was environmentally screwed up.
I had the base. I had G.I. Joe base.
For what? Do you need to have the aircraft carrier? Do you remember that one?
Yes, and that thing. No, when we were in the stores, here's the problem. We were in stores. It was typically $499. And the only
it was like as long as the couch.
My mom and dad and we saw it in the kitty. We saw it in the stores. It was a Kitty City or KB. Kitty City or Toys R Us, and we saw it on the floor, and it wasn't the price that the problem is. And I think Mom said, "Where are you gonna put that? The box alone was huge. Where are you gonna put it? The box. If you turn this thing sideways, it's trying to get sideways. Look how big the box is. Mom says, "Where are you gonna put that?"
The problem, the only thing I didn't like about G.I. Joes was almost everything you got, like a vehicle, you had to put together. Like almost everything was like in pieces. Everything. I think
my box now.
The quality of the toys was fantastic. Actually, even the Transformers.
Oh yeah.
The metal of the Transformers.
But the boxes that came in were became far more valuable than the toys themselves. Oh hell yeah.
I love them all. I did. I had so much.
Oh yeah. So what didn't we?
I had the messed up Karate Kid figures too. Do you remember them where you press the button and they chop?
We even had the Rocky figures.
My actual
we collect them all.
Of
Rocky
all
figures.
that, my favorite toy, because I got it before I got the Destructicons, was the original Voltron set.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah, we got them when you were having the leg surgery.
Yeah,
I had some GoBots too. I had Mask. You remember Mask? I had Mask.
Yeah.
God,
we had all the G.I. Joes, and then because we reached in our mid to late teens, we had them all in boxes in the basement, and then Dad says we're gonna give them to Jake's kids.
Yeah, that's where a lot of.
I hated doing that. They said, you're a grown up. You don't need toys anymore.
And like I said,
he gave all
speaking of your wrestling, I love those Galoob LJN figures.
No, because they were saying because they were all in a position stance. And I hated them.
I still love them.
I hated them.
And they were popular and they were
because they put them in
expensive now.
positions. You couldn't move them.
Armstrong.
Yes, I had them. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There was toys.
Oh yeah. All the Masters, all the Transformers, G.I. Joe.
Thundercats, don't get
Thundercats, yes, all Thundercats.
I had Thundercats ones. Still baffles me that they have not made the live action movie for that.
What?
Thundercats.
Yeah, it's on the way.
They
Thundercats
talk
live
about it, but-
action, Jetsons live action's overdue.
Well, it's been in talks for a while that they are doing another live action Masters of the Universe, but I haven't.
They've been working on that.
I like Masters of the Universe, the one from 86.
Oh yeah. It was so.
It had a lot of darkness.
It was so
to it.
done. It seems so done, so damn fast. When they did the 87 movie, it was. Oh, I assume you heard the story of who they were gonna pick for. Yeah, no, Rocky 4. The three-way story, the three actors, the three finalists who were gonna play Ivan Drago in Rocky 4. Did you hear who the three picks were? And they settled with Dolph Lundgren.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestlers Kerry Von Erich and Nikita Koloff. Nikita would have been perfect as Dolph Lundgren. As Ivan Drago.
I mean, he has the look, but he wasn't like built.
He was too small.
He wasn't like built like a brick house like that.
Yeah, you have to remember.
He was a monster heel. Russian heel. He was fantastic.
You have to remember Dolph Lundgren.
He was a hairy man.
6'8".
So what?
So it wasn't the look wasn't the same for me.
So what?
I'll tell you what though, he's a terrible actor. Like he was terrible as He-Man.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I absolutely love that.
No, you have to remember with how small Sylvester Stallone is that the contrast in height was what they were looking for. Whether you liked it or not, that's what they were looking for.
But then when he was nowhere near muscular as he should have been. Oh my God, what a bodysuiter. I have him work out. God,
Who's that?
Dolph Lundgren. He was lousy as
he was fit, but
he
wasn't
looked
muscular.
like the part, but his acting was terrible.
Yeah.
Langella was a really good Skeletor. Meg Foster
he was perfect.
was
Frank
fantastic
Langella
as
was
Evil Lynn.
Skeletor. Perfect.
She was the look of Evil Lynn.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Unbelievable.
Beastman was lousy. A lousy outfit.
They made, they made it. They had like a mix. Like, there was some lighthearted stuff, but there was some dark stuff in that movie too, which I liked. And like I said, it was a fun movie.
The actor who played the boyfriend, he went on to Next Generation and Voyager. Has played Tom Paris.
Well, so did Courtney Cox was the main girl in it, so she did a lot.
Yeah.
She was good.
That was her first movie after she broke out in that music video.
I mean, I didn't like that Gwildor. I thought he was stupid.
Okay. The argument with Gwildor, and I've read so many videos about this. The argument with Gwildor is because they didn't have CGI available, or didn't have the budget for it. He was supposed to be.
My problem with arguing CGI is that what year did that movie come out?
87. They didn't. CGI was.
That is 4 years after Return of the Jedi. 4 years.
Okay, they did.
You didn't need CGI. You just needed a great makeup team.
And whatever the miniatures.
They didn't have. They said the video documentaries. They didn't have the budget for CGI.
But you don't need CGI, and CGI was very infantile.
Erica was a floating character.
The first movie that I remember of noticeable CGI was Willow. It was, I don't know how much you remember Willow, but there was the magician, she kept changing from like an animal to a person to another animal like that.
Okay, name a popular movie you very much dislike.
Popular?
You dislike.
Popular.
A movie that...
Okay. I'll give you three. I'll give you 3 movies that are popular that I don't like. There's 3. There's 3.
Who cares about critical?
All right. Okay. 1 is The Princess Bride.
I have not entirely seen that yet.
2 is Elf. And 3 is Hocus Pocus.
Never saw it.
And they're very popular movies.
Oh my God.
I agree with the last 2. The second one is a mixed bag. It's like parts of it I hate and parts of it I love.
I hate everything about
Of Princess Bride.
I hate it.
I hadn't seen it.
What's that, Princess Bride?
I hate Elf.
Yeah, I hated Elf and I hated.
Well, I said I wouldn't say it was made for Andre, but it was a key thing about
I mean, Andre's
Andre's character was meant for him.
I love Inigo Montoya. the guy who's doing that role, and I loved Andre. So it's like I can't hate the whole movie.
The only thing I liked about that is it gave Carrie Elways, who played
who played was the princess?
Princess was Robin Wright Penn.
Beautiful, awesome actress.
But
Awesome actress.
the movie was just
Awesome actress.
I think what's weird when I look at that now is that I'm looking at Robin Wright and I'm like, wow, this is 7 years before she did Forrest Gump. And that's when I realized
House of Cards.
That's when I realized
Awesome
when I realized what real CGI was. The real CGI was not what they did with Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump. The real CGI genius is what they did with Robin Wright in Forrest Gump.
The only negativity I'll give Forrest Gump. The only negativity I'll give Forrest Gump.
Look younger than Princess Bride at certain parts.
The only negativity I'll truly give Forrest Gump is his involvement in Watergate, because the scene is he's in a hotel and I see some guys and they're looking at me looking for a fuse in this room. They're keeping me awake. You're on the other side of the hotel and they're keeping you awake. That's the only room. What the hell? That was only what? Yeah, that cost him Watergate. That was ridiculous. He was on the other side of the hotel. Not like he was next door to it. In the next room.
Going back to what you said.
Making noise.
Maybe it's just because I'm a movie lover and you've seen my house for how much I have. Yeah. I just try to find the positivity in a lot of movies. That's why there are ones I don't care for. Like I said, I gave you 3 right there. I said there's some.
I'll give you a Christmas movie I really don't like, and that's A Christmas Story itself.
Oh, yes.
You know what?
It's a true story.
But it gets so repetitive. Like, okay, enough already. That's the best thing I can say about it.
The only one good scene in it, and then can you name another movie that's done it, is the ice pole scene. And can you name another movie that's repeated that scene?
Oh, yeah.
No one's ever done it.
Dog dare
No one's ever done it again. Because all of us have probably done it.
I said, the one we agree on, I said, for like, you talk about a movie I don't like, is Blair Witch 2. I think that was just...
That was a joke.
Horrible.
When me and Joanne watched this, we walked downstairs, and we all said, what the hell?
I said the only
wait a minute, this thing made millions of dollars the first one, and this is the best it could come up with?
I think the only good thing that came out of the Blair Witch 2 was that one of its actors ended up getting a better role afterwards.
Which one was that?
One of the guys in Blair Witch 2 ended up getting Burn Notice out of it, and I loved him in Burn Notice. That's the only good thing that came out of that.
I like the third one that came out. That was just called Blair Witch.
Yeah. Oh.
That was good.
The Project or Blair Witch?
Just Blair Witch.
Yeah.
That was good.
Now,
was horrible.
Did you see Hook?
Yeah, I liked Hook.
I walked out on it. It was a lousy piece of crap.
I don't know.
It was the utmost. Total respect for Dustin Hoffman. Total respect for Robin Williams. It was lousy script, lousy makeup, lousy production. It was a piece. I walked out with a piece of garbage. It probably took me 6 years to watch it on TV. It was a piece of garbage.
I won't say like it was unbelievable, but I still enjoyed it.
And as I agreed with Dan, I think the last time I was over at your place was Godfather. We both didn't like it. Me and him didn't like it.
When I watched it, and the problem is, it was a work of fiction.
Which one?
Godfather. It was. Is it based on anybody?
No. It's just based.
It's garbage.
You know what? It was. The 3 of them. I like the first the best because I like Marlon Brando. But the thing is, like, as far as a mom movie says, I think Goodfellas is like that much better.
Yeah.
But it's still it's still a very well made film. Like, people love the second. I think the first is better.
Yeah.
You know, and that wasn't really fun at all, any of them.
You know, the thing is, I think they were very long. They were very drawn out. You know, I guess to each, it's like one of those to each. But I think it's harder to find a movie that you could say is bad or close to sucking. I just can't find them. Like I try to find redeemable values in almost every. I'll tell you what I didn't care for, but I'm not going to say it sucked because I could still find redeemable. It was just recent. Child's Play remake. Yeah. I thought that was was disappointing.
He didn't even. Where was the laugh?
What's that?
My God, why didn't Mark Hamill do the Joker laugh or something? He didn't laugh at all whatsoever.
I just thought the whole thing of like what it was, that it was a messed up AI.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
But he didn't laugh.
What I had liked about it wasn't that, but the concept of trying to make you afraid of Alexa in a way. Which I think the whole thing was it was their way of knocking smart
Alexa is
tech at home.
stupid.
And the thing was, you know what else
And that was
was
its
stupid.
I didn't like the doll. Never looked like it came to life. Like you remember in the old ones, the doll was the doll, and it looked like it actually was alive.
Yeah.
This one, it
It
still
looked like
looked
CGI.
it looked like a robot. the
Yeah,
whole time.
yeah,
And it was
exactly.
Like, it had the one good kill scene when they killed that one guy in it, but that was
What, the lawnmower?
yeah, that was neat. And how they kept the head as like a present and stuff. I mean, like I said, even that I could try to find like the little positive in it, but still overall it was a very disappointing movie. And like I said, I will give remakes a chance. I will, even though I'm not.
Oh, man, there's many great remakes.
You know,
The one
bad remakes.
the one remake it gets criticized, and I absolutely in love with it was King Kong 1976. I was in love with it. Great movie, fantastic. It's at the 4-star. And I don't know why everybody puts it down. Well, because you can't. Because don't you dare try to compare it to 33. Don't you dare compare it.
See, I've never been into King Kong, so I can't really compare any of them.
I thought it was fantastic.
It was entertaining, but I like Jeff Bridges. He was like very young in it. I like Jessica. I love Jessica Lange. But it was fair. That's the best way I can put it. It was fair. I mean that's.
Oh, another great remake was The Thing, 1982. The Thing.
Oh, The Thing was
great,
fantastic.
fantastic.
The Thing.
I didn't realize there was 2 remakes before the thing came out.
I thought it was just
one.
It was Thing from Outer Space.
Yeah, The Thing, The Fly is a great remake, and The Blob is a great remake. Those are probably three of my favorites.
I didn't care for the Blob remake.
Really?
No, yeah. The original. The original Blob was definitely.
Wait a minute, hold it. Which Blob are you thinking is the original?
Oh, it's like I only watched one of them.
You watched the 50s one?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make
There
sure.
was the sequel.
Because there were some that actually believed that 88 was the original. No.
No, but
I had to make sure of that.
That's a movie you want. The effects are fantastic in that movie. And here's another one that's lesser known but was a fantastic remake. Was My Bloody Valentine.
They did a remake?
Yeah.
And it was great. It was really good. The makeup effects were fantastic in it. I'll tell you, like, you want to talk about that? Like, I was not a fan of Friday the 13th remake at all.
No, I agree.
I didn't even watch it.
When I went to see part 5, my first Friday was part 5, and I didn't even know that wasn't Jason.
The Nightmare remake. I liked the lead. She was not the same as the original, obviously, but I liked the lead.
Rooney Mara.
I liked her. I didn't like what they turned him into.
Because that was the original idea.
Right, because you couldn't, in the 80s, you couldn't do the idea, so they wanted to homage...
say he was a child molester.
Right, they wanted to homage
a child killer.
Yeah, it was actually safer to say you're a child
killer.
Than a child molester. But that's what he was in that remake, he was a molester. Right. But no, I didn't.
But I understand it was too old to do. It was too old for him to do the role again, so they had to find somebody else. They just found the wrong person.
I mean, like there are those. Like I said, I think the It remakes now were unbelievable. I compared to like.
I never cared for it. I am no fan of clowns. I think I don't know what so many people fear clowns. I think they're stupid.
Oh,
people have different fears.
Stupid. Not fear. I think you're stupid. Clowns are stupid.
People have all kinds of different fears.
The Pet Sematary remake this year was decent. It wasn't as good as the original, and obviously it's not as good as the book.
I saw the original written
But the one thing I liked about this one, if you've seen the remake, was they didn't kill off the little baby boy, they killed off the girl in the remake. And when she came back, she was awesome.
Don't even get me started with children in horror movies, especially babies, because the one I downright hated was Mama, when the witch took off with the baby. You don't involve children in a horror movie because they're surrounded by actors and makeup and don't know what the hell's going on. I hate it. I hate when you involve children in movies like that. Yeah, like real little children. Real little. Toddlers.
Is there a movie?
They don't know what's going on.
Wait a minute, define real little.
Less than 5. Or baby.
Okay, because I'm
thinking... Because they don't know what the hell's going on.
They don't know what's going on. The reason I'm thinking that is I'm thinking Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah.
That was computer graphics. That was different.
Except she was 7.
Was she 7 in it?
Yeah.
And then she died. That whole production was basically cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a disappointing remake. Yes.
Okay, I know one thing that is, since we've all been associated. Well, no, I'm not talking about Donnie, but we've all been associated with one thing that I thought it was so fantastically done, despite the fact that the romance was heavily involved. I thought it was so well associated with what really happens. You believe that's what really happens. Ghost. Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore. I thought that was so fantastically done. That's what really happens.
You know what? You're right. I mean,
But I'm no fan of romantic man.
I thought the romance just was too much.
Right.
Overboard.
Right.
Overkill.
But I
like
believe
the whole Penny scene and everything. Like seriously.
Now the crazy thing about the guy in the train, he was showing him how to make himself appear, to make in the physical world.
Yeah, there were some
It's probable, but to see how they see themselves.
It's funny, you guys were talking about Ghost. I'm the one that actually wasn't an abandoned person. So I did this long before he ever started.
Yeah, but
and I did it for fun.
I don't think you were been associated with like EVP or appearances or no, I haven't seen one, heard one. I mean, you may have heard in distance. Have you dealt with what in person, face to face?
David, I hate to break this to you, but I told you this once before. You're talking to a person that for 10 minutes was dead. I was dead. So I have some perspective on this idea. It's a little different. But that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. I've yet to show the EVP I got for Thanksgiving, Mark.
What's that?
I put up are you signed up in Dropbox?
Am I what?
Dropbox.
I have no idea what it is.
You know what Dropbox.com is?
Mm-hmm.
Where you can upload large files.
I seriously never heard of it.
No.
That's a well-known website.
Yeah, there's all kinds of sites people don't know the name of or use.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get you it's a 6-hour audio thing. But I picked up some major events. We got somebody whistling in the background.
Where?
I did audio EVP. Hooked up my my microphone on my computer, and while we were at your place of Thanksgiving, right? I picked up some major things.
At my house?
No, here.
Okay.
And we picked up whistling. We heard a door. We got a door closing.
It was here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the coolest one. A shotgun was the whistle in the back. And we heard a door closing, but the wow, the whistle. I meant to clip that. I wanted you to listen to the whole 6-hour thing, but I mean hear the whistle one.
I think my greatest experience was the feeling of cold in that prison.
Which one?
Before they converted it finally to a museum, it was still just abandoned and completely derelict.
Eastern
But
State.
I was in one of I didn't know at the time that that prisoners had literally hung themselves out of insanity in there. I didn't know that till later. But yeah, it was nuts because it was like March.
Did you see anything?
It was March, but no, like I said, what I felt was like such a cold.
You're always doing it. Yeah. That when ghosts are strong presence.
Yeah, but
it was cold.
Yeah, but it was 82 degrees.
Okay,
I think it felt like it was like freezing.
There's something definitely
that's
there.
probably the closest I come when it comes to that.
That's one of the top key things. If you got still air, if you got a strong cold.
Do me a favor, when you have a chance, start grabbing the thing.